Okay, I'm not actually speaking today. I'm making other people speak instead, so sorry for that, but never mind. Yeah, I thought it'd be cool for us to allow the different teams that work on the GNOME project to come and give short updates to share what they're doing, what their highlights have been, any challenges they're facing, how you can get involved. The teams are a critical part of how the GNOME project works. And I think it's really good to give them an opportunity to present so we all know about all the work that's going on in the project. So if you volunteered or I volunteered you to speak, please come and sit in the front row. We are going to have presentations from 10 teams. This is in order, so hopefully you should know where you're going to come. You'll each get 5 minutes. Your slides are all on the deck. And we'll hold a sign up when you've got a minute left. So 5 minutes each. So I'd like to ask Zelda to come up first to kick things off for the engagement team. Thank you very much.
Hi, everyone. A quick introduction because it's my first GUADEC here. I'm Zelda. I contribute mainly to calendar settings, a few other projects in GNOME, and I'm also part of the engagement team, which is what I'll be talking about here. Who we are, it's not just me, thankfully. It's also Alan, Sir, Paul Brown, who originally from KDE, Harry Rana, Adiata, sorry, I might say your name wrong, and Victoria, so it's quite a few of us. What we mainly do is draft posts for our social media accounts. And we usually like to do like a theme for posts which include the Pride campaign we ran last month to highlight queer contributors in both GNOME and KDE, and now Disability Pride Month because this month is Disability Pride Month. We helped blog about the GNOME 50 release and all the cool things all of you guys have added that release. We've helped promote Friends of GNOME, trying to help get that in front of as many people as possible, to drive as many people as possible to become Friends of GNOME and donate. And a lot of us do local outreach in our countries or special sections, which has proven quite effective. Challenges we've faced is getting you guys, the developers, the contributors, to speak about all the cool things you're doing in GNOME. As a developer, I find it difficult myself to, talk about myself. So that's what we're here for, to help you get all the cool work you guys are doing in front of as many eyeballs as possible, and to also help fundraise, drive people to become Friends of GNOME, so we can keep funding the amazing work that GNOME does. If you would like to join us, whether it's to help draft posts or just simply share your work, we have 2 matrix rooms. We have a general engagement room, general engagement room where we plan campaigns and stuff, and we have a socials room where we draft the posts and you can drop your own posts on Fedi to be boosted by the official GNOME account. We also have weekly meetings on Mondays. Sometimes not all of us can make it to those, but we do try and hold them, and they are quite productive to help us decide what to post and such. I think that's it for engagement. Thank you, everyone.
I'm going to hide the cursor. Okay, Emanuele, you're up next. You're 2 teams, right?
Yeah, I'm everywhere and everything. Yes, of course. So, hi everyone. I'm going to talk about the platform team, which is the latest thing that we came up with in the past 12 months. Of course, I put my name there not because I am the platform team, that would be absolutely insane, but because I'm the one speaking here. Because in reality, the everyone that maintains a core platform library is part of the platform team. Whether you like it or not, I will find you. So yeah, if you are a core contributor for a platform library, you get to join the platform team. What we do feedback on proposals for new API, new feature sets, everything that happens in glib, Pango, GTK, libadwaita, basically it's there. We provide you information for application developers or other platform like developers. On new features, we try to get newcomers to contribute to those platform libraries, otherwise they will not exist in the future. And we do planning for the various cycles and new features that we want to add. So, how to contact the platform team? The first thing you have to do is, well, you have multiple venues actually. If you have a doubt about anything related to new features that you want to implement, or you want to have a clarification on documentation or anything, you can tag an issue with the team platform label in GitLab. We also have a platform category on Discourse. We have a monthly planning meeting the last Friday of every month. We've been somewhat consistent in that. We've been less consistent in taking minutes and publishing them. It's a hard topic, and yeah. We will also have a matrix room at some point soon. It's hard to get new matrix rooms within the confines of moderation and everything else, so people will not have to join the GTK room and ask if they can ask questions about glib or whatever, or introspection or whatever. The challenges, well, keeping up the momentum mainly. It's a new team. It's trying to implement some sort of consistency, so keeping up the momentum is the challenge. Finding minute takers, people that care about the agenda, so we don't devolve into weird rabbit holes during the meetings. Basically, anybody within a secretarial role or similar. And we need to find more non-GTK topics. We cannot just discuss about GTK. There is an entire platform there. So please, if you have a topic on any other library, come join us. Yeah. I'm also going to talk about this at my talk tomorrow, so join us, join me, and we can talk about that. Yeah, that will be me for this particular topic. Yes. So I pass the torch to the other Emanuele Bassi, which is here I am, but also other people for the bindings team. Come. If you maintain a binding, just come here. Oh, damn it. Come on, don't be shy. Sergey is over there. Yeah, come on, we have time. Don't worry. Right, again, I'm here, but I'm not here. I don't maintain a language binding, but I maintain the introspection package, so that's it. So the bindings team originally was supposed to be a smaller subset of the platform team, but in reality, it's its own thing, and it better be its own thing. So if you maintain one of the language bindings that we use every day in our core applications, circle applications, whatever, welcome to the team. Yeah, again, how to contact us. Actually, when to contact us. Whenever you want to add an API to a library and you're unsure whether or not it works correctly in different languages. Whether you have doubts about introspection, annotations, stuff like that, memory management, namespacing, things like that. Or you're writing a new programming language binding for the GNOME platform. join us because these two people and others that are not here have solved a lot of problems already, so you might end up getting a pretty good idea of how to solve your own problems just by asking us. Similar to the platform bindings, the team bindings label on GitLab, the bindings category on Discourse. We will try to get regular meetings. We only had one. Sadly, conferences, vacations, and real life intervened. But we will go back to regular meetings. And also, we'll try to get a matrix room so that we don't have to find a geometry introspection matrix room and just talk about random language bindings there. Yeah, new team. The projects, this is different because the projects are heterogeneous. They are hosted everywhere, not just the GNOME infrastructure, so GitHub, Codeberg, whatever. So they are part of the GNOME ecosystem, but they're not part of the GNOME infrastructure, which has its own challenges when it comes to notifying people, keeping track of things, and so on and so forth. Again, momentum and visibility, because people think that the language bindings are either a GNOME project by itself, or they are maintained by the libraries themselves, or they are completely alien, so that nobody knows how to contact people in a precise venue. So yeah, that would be us.
Tobias, you're next.
Hello, I'm here for Circle because none of the other Circle people are here, but yeah, let's see what is on actually the slides. Right, so there are several people on the committee, but let's say activity changes over time. Actually, yeah, this is not fully up to date because Brage recently came back and is doing some more things now, but also some of the people on the list are not so active lately. Luckily, one sort of new development is that Philip is going to join the team soonish. So like hopefully that's going to bring up the strength a little bit. But I think in general, actually wait, maybe I should 2 steps back. What is Circle? We basically are, I don't know, I guess a review/certification and also a little bit mentoring program for people making third-party apps. I guess our scope has kind of grown over time as the bar of quality has gone up, and I think the number of reviewers has not. It's more like stayed the same or gone down at times, and I think that's generally sort of been a problem that we've had. But we have made it to 70 apps, and that's pretty cool. I think we've added around 4 apps per cycle on average over the last few years, so it does eventually kind of add up. Yeah, I think our biggest problem that we've tried various things to address but have never really found a good solution is just that we can't handle all the requests. I think at any given time we usually have between 20 and 40 open threads. Not all of them are every week there's an update, but often if as a reviewer I reply, then on the next day the person immediately comes back, and I haven't even managed to reply to the other 4 open threads that I'm currently handling. So that's a bit of an issue, and also, yeah, I don't know, the whole whatever AI nightmare is on the horizon. So that's something we're concerned about, but at least not directly affected by yet. But I think, yeah, that's probably just a matter of time. So we already put in a rule around that that's already being used in other GNOME projects to whatever, basically not submit slop. In general, we're always interested in people joining. If you know roughly how the HIG works and how a good app looks, then you're qualified to at least start doing reviews. We do usually mentor new reviewers and so on and help you get into it. Yeah, in general, we're always happy to have new people because we would like to get to the point where we can reopen submissions again. because we recently closed them because we were like, okay, we have all these reviews from 3 years ago that aren't getting feedback. Meanwhile, there's a lot of new stuff piling up. So our hope for this year is to like sort of work down the backlog and then hopefully have a better cadence for new people applying. That's it. Thanks so much.
So, hello, I'm Florian, and I was volunteered to speak on behalf of the Shell team, which is like the team that provides like the core desktop experience, and is basically Matter, which is the Valent display manager and compositor, and then GNOME Shell on top of that, which is the core desktop UI. This is, well, at least part of the team. I mean, there are like a couple of more developers who can probably consider themselves part of the team, but this is like the core team. Those are like probably like the most visible features that were worked on during the past year. First, there are some formerly experimental features. This became stable and enabled by default, namely VRR, which is variable refresh rate, and fractional scaling. Then, well, features that existed but were like improved. Well, mainly like things like HDR support, screencasting, remote desktop. Then, well, you can consider it a feature, but the X11 backend was dropped, which got rid of quite a lot of legacy code and workarounds. And on the Shell side, we had like a paid contribution that was for implementing parental controls on top of the existing digital health and well-being implementation. Challenges, probably we are not alone in this, but we have like a relatively small team and yeah, like ever-growing list of contributions and a review queue. It's not necessarily like the easiest area to get started with. It's just by its nature, it's more complex than just firing up Builder and hitting the run button, as in particular, like the display server has to interact with hardware. Development is a bit more involved. Although we do provide some tooling which should make it relatively easy, because there are like pre-built containers that you can just start working with and don't have to like deal with too many dependencies. And we will talk about this in detail, so please come to like the now transitional State of the Shell talk that will be on Saturday. Okay, thank you.
So hi folks, I'm Felipe, I'm representing the settings teams. I work with Matthijs, unfortunately he couldn't come, but we are sort of the true representing of the settings team that are actively working on the project, but we have a lot of like drive-by contributors and also people who are working on specific subsystems, right? Settings, it's nowadays just when we're talking about control center and the settings daemon, but I'm also like inspired by the platforms team, bindings team, would like to expand it a little more and include more like related topics so we can build actually a more active team. I think that lately we have done this kind of pattern where we spend one release like hardening and polishing things, doing bug fixing, and then in another one we kind of land big features. We had a lot of technical debt that we're still paying from like when we did like this very fast port from GTK3 to GTK4. So we did a lot of this work during this cycle, and I think it was very successful. We also worked a lot in accessibility improvements because both Red Hat Enterprise Linux and Ubuntu were trying to achieve certification for the European Accessibility Act to be able to be available in the European market. So we did a lot of work into improving the use of GNOME settings for keyboard navigation, screen reader, contrast. So a lot of this work has happened, still a lot more to come. We also like finally decided to like apply a universal code style that makes the whole code consistent, and we use CI to validate that. We have like code that is 18, 17 years old in there, which uses tabs, some other type of formattings. So we finally consolidated on a coding style that we are able to enforce, and helps a lot with new contributors because oftentimes they just don't really know which style to apply. They just like look at the surroundings and there's inconsistency all over. We also switched to GNOME OS CI, which comes with a lot of also goodies for testing, static analyzer, and things like this. So I think it has been a really effective cycle. I would say that in terms of challenge, that's our main challenge. We have a lot of drive-by contributors that are improving interactions, UI fixing, polishing, but when it comes to like introducing features that depend on like lower levels of the stack, I think that we are still kind of spread too thin, because Control Center is this hub where a lot of subsystems are converging. So you need to know about printers, you need to know about user account management, power management. So there are various subsystems that converge in GNOME Control Center, and I like to think of myself as somebody who like is able to switch context a lot, but I think I still fail to get deep into certain subsystems. So I would like to ask for help for people who are specialized in specific subsystems that we expose in settings to join our project and provide like some deeper expertise on those fields. For upcoming plans, I hope still to land the new fingerprint management dialog. We had like very historical accessibility issues with enrolling fingerprint, managing fingerprints ever since the GTK 3 to GTK 4 transition. But Alan has done an amazing job with designing the new UIs for managing fingerprints. I managed to implement most of it. Marco Trevisan from Canonical also has helped with it, so I hope we can land this still in 51. We're counting the days now until the beta freeze, but I think we're going to make it. And then there's work that already started on the display settings redesign. This is something that I'm actually like looking for reviewers, because we are like lacking active contributors in settings. So it would be nice to have somebody with like more displays background to try to help me reviewing that. That work is almost done. The network settings modernization, right? Also like a big technical debt. We have the connection editor dialog that still uses very old user interface patterns with tabs and not like very list row oriented. So I started working on those. There's also like a lot of little subsystems in that. Like you have like mobile networks, Wi-Fi, a lot of network managing things, and also Bluetooth tethering. So it's quite a complex change, and I have already over 100 commits there, so I'm struggling to have somebody to review them. So that's something that I hope to land for 52. The appearance settings also has like historical issues with like the speed of loading the panels, like the wallpapers, thumbnailing them. So this is also work that Matthijs is actually wanting to do for GNOME 52. So I'm pretty happy that we are advancing on that. We have so far the Control Center channel where we mostly discuss settings related things, not just because of GNOME Control Center, but settings daemon, GNOME Bluetooth, and all the account service things related to that. And we do bi-weekly calls. In this channel, we're going to find the agenda where you can add topics to the bi-weekly calls, and then we usually just join on Big Blue Button and discuss how to do about it. It's also a place for people to ask for reviews, asking for advice on how to fix things. So we are also receiving like a lot of new contributors joining the calls to learn how to get involved with settings. And yeah, that's all I had to say. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Philipp Saberzeig, and I'm a recent member of the design team. I've been contributing to design for 3 years now, but alongside my kind of senior team, I feel pretty new. There's Alan Day, of course, there's Jakob Steiner, there's Tobias sitting in front. I was told that Sam Habit is going to join the team next cycle again, and there's Cassidy sitting there that I'm trying to convince until the end of the GUADEC to join back the team also. We've got quite some nice improvements across different apps, but the highlights, I would say, are the new icons. So thanks to Matthias for implementing the rendering. Thanks to Jakob for redesigning more than 1,000 icons. They look so sleek, and I'm looking forward to all the new capabilities that we have with transitions and animations. There's also some progress, I would say, on standardization efforts. These things, they always take years. It's not done yet, but the discussions are evolving, and I think I'm happy to push them over the finish line soon. There's progress on stuff like action dialogues. These are the dialogues where you have cancel and some progressing action in the top, like for adding a new clock or a new event or something like that. We're going to standardize this and update the design a bit. There's also work going on for floating controls, so all the stuff that is in maps, the zoom buttons, in loop, the zoom buttons. All of these things, they look a bit different, so we're trying to standardize that, and I think there's progress on that. Of course, there's also progress in different apps, but it's not like one singular highlight, I'd say. All of our apps are now most of our apps are GTK4, so that's pretty nice. Disk is evolving. GNOME Boxes is evolving. Jakob has done some really nice wireframes on a new app for migrating all data from an old device to a new device, which we don't have yet at all. I've been pretty much involved with designs for calendar recently. It's not yet implemented, but there are mock-ups for mobile views, so there will be a mobile month view, a mobile week view. You can this is already implemented. There's participants now in events, so if you have event invitations, you will see who's participating. We'll have invitations and all of that. There's more highlights, but I don't have much time. We've got some challenges. None of this is recent, and I already heard other teams talk about this too. We're a small team. We've got a lot of responsibilities. There's so many core apps, there's circle apps, there's all the platform things, standardization work going on. There's a long backlog. There's more than 1,000 issues tagged needs design. I guess it's pretty annoying that we don't respond quickly. Yeah, it's very difficult with all these topics pouring in. I know that so many people are waiting for feedback. We'll try to catch up with that. Unfortunately, the situation really leads to a situation where we are more reactive to the most painful things, trying to prevent bad things to happen and to land. We would rather prefer to work more strategically and present developers with ready-made mock-ups, and they could just implement that. Yeah, we would actually like to be more people on the team, not necessarily always involved with all the topics, but maybe have more people specialized on apps at least, so there could be a contact point or something. Unfortunately, I know by my own experience that it's pretty difficult to get started with design. Like, I've been contributing for 3 years now, and I'm still struggling sometimes where to do stuff and how to do it. There's good news about this, and I'm skipping to the next slide for this, because I managed to get funding for the next 2 years to work on design primarily, which is pretty cool because I'm available starting this Monday. So from this week, I'm available for developer consultation. There should be more quicker responses to your requests now. You can also, if you're a maintainer, you can reach out to me if you're contributing as a designer to apps. I know there are some people doing that. I wasn't able previously with my job to reach out to them and onboard them, but please reach out to me if you want to get onboarded on the team, more involved. I'm available for that. There's other things I'm going to work on. It's facilitating, actually, contributing to design, so we will improve our tooling, have better templates, more recent templates, better HIC documentation. I will also actively work on onboarding. There will be I try to develop clear contribution paths to newcomers, and I will also talk publicly about these, so please watch out for news on how to contribute to design. I'll have news about that. There are many things that members of the design team are working on. I really appreciate all the work that Tobias is doing regarding local first. It's amazing work, and we're really getting somewhere. There's also some long-term ideas we have regarding Shell, and there will be a longer blog post about these changes, because these are not singular stuff that can just land by itself, but must be coordinated, and there will be some blog posts about it soon. Yeah, how to join? There's the design channel, of course. It's a very active room. Sometimes maybe it feels like just you're shouting in a large room and you don't know whether someone is there in response, but please do that. You can also ping me if you want, or if you know who's responsible, ping the specific person from the design team. There's also a very nice recent channel, App Icon Design. It's very active, and people are contributing to app icons. It's amazing. Continue doing that, please. There's a BOF on Monday for design. Please join us, get involved. There are really interesting things going on. And as I said, during the fellowship, it's 2 years, I will try to create new opportunities to contribute to design, and I will announce them on Twig, of course. So that's it from my side. Thank you.
Okay, I'm about to murder someone's name. Guillaume? Guillaume. Guillaume can be with us right now, so he's provided a talk. I hope this works. It hasn't been tested yet. So fingers crossed. Ooh, ooh.
Hello, GUADEC. I'll give an update consisting of myself, Swedish coordinator Anders Jonsson, Brazilian Portuguese coordinator Rafael Fontenelle, and French coordinator.
It's, Guillaume sent it to me, but he didn't say who it was from. It's correct. It's correct.
It is correct, sorry.
Hello, GUADEC. I'll give an update from the internationalization team consisting of myself, Swedish coordinator Anders Jonsson. Hello, GUADEC. I'll give an update from the internationalization team consisting of myself, Swedish coordinator Anders Jonsson, Brazilian Portuguese coordinator Rafael Fontenelle, and French coordinator, as well as damn lice hacker Guillaume Bernard. Also, don't miss Guillaume's GUADEC talk on internationalization tomorrow. We want to start with giving a huge shout out to all the persons that have handled internationalization coordination previously throughout the years. Without you, we couldn't do what we're doing now. Much of what we have done so far in the new team is handling daily churn and backlogs of issue reports. The team handles requests for string freeze break exceptions, requests for additions of new modules to the damn lice translation website, and requests for new coordinators for inactive translation team or creation of totally new translation teams. Of these, the freeze exceptions and module additions are in good shape, while we still have more open coordinatorship requests than we would like, even though progress is being made. We have an open coordination issue for discussing the future process of adding language coordinators. Damned Lies is also evolving with graphical features like adding a dark mode, as well as support for pushing to more Git forges. Recently, Git client Gitte was added as the first module hosted on Codeberg. Push support for free desktops GitLab is also in the works, waiting for a mailing bug to the GitLab account to be fixed. Work is also done on publishing a new GNOME translation project documentation. Part of the challenge is finding still relevant stuff from the old documentation on the wiki and adjusting what can be used with some polish. Join us at the Internationalization room on gnome.org matrix to discuss internationalization questions.
All right. Can I move on? No, I can't. I can only play.
Hello.
Here we go. Felipe again, internships.
Actually, we are a team of two. So yeah, we're going to talk about the internship initiatives in GNOME. As you might know, GNOME participates in Google Summer of Code and Outreach. Google Summer of Code is an internship program that we've been participating for over a decade now. We have had over 100 contributors participating in Google Summer of Code, and this is a place where we are working towards bringing new people into our community, opportunities to have new contributors getting funded to start. Like everybody knows that it's really hard to have time available for open source work if you actually have to pay the bills. Outreach is a project that started with the GNOME community. We focus on helping minorities to get started with open source software. And we are lucky that GNOME started the project and we are still part of it. Our Outreach internships are funded with GNOME Foundation donations. So if you donate to GNOME Foundation, you are helping us fund Outreach internships. And as you might see, our community is aging and sometimes shrinking in some fronts. So this is a great opportunity to bring new people and ensure some sustainability to our project. So if you're interested in mentoring or helping somehow our outreach internships or internships in general, please contact us. We think it's important to not just have one mentor, but also have like a village of people interested in contributing together. So you might not be the main mentor for a project, but you might volunteer as a group of 3 or 4 individuals who are going to be helping an intern through their internship. So this is also very helpful. For 2026, we got these 6 projects participating in Google Summer of Code. Tomorrow, as the last presentation on the schedule, we are going to have the lightning talks presented. So you're going to have like about 3 minutes of each one of those interns presenting about their work, and you're going to get to know them a little more. 2 of them are going to be here present, and the others sent pre-recorded videos. Also, one of the main challenges we have with the internships is helping the interns travel to GUADEC, especially when GUADEC happens in Europe and interns are from other places. So this is also something that we see as a challenge. But there are many more challenges. I think Aryan can speak about them.
Yeah, so speaking about the challenges, one of the first one, the most controversial topic around here, the use of AI. So there's still no single consensus around it that are we pro AI, are we against it, or if certain projects should like embrace it, or like this year we also saw a lot of submissions which were either purely written by AI or partially written, a lot of projects where some code was written by AI or either like the whole code was written by AI. So we still are discussing around that how we want to approach this problem. It's not just GNOME that is facing this. We actually faced it much less, I believe, than the other communities are getting impacted by the plethora of submissions that are happening. So that is one topic that we are still discussing, that how we want to tackle that in our community. Then there's the lack of mentors and admins and also project ideas. So every year, like we have to reach out and still we don't get as many project ideas as we could really utilize to embrace and get more contributors in, because internships are one of the ways with which we get a lot of more contributors to the GNOME project, and because of the lack of project ideas or mentors, we still aren't able to utilize that to the full extent. And then there's the engaging of contributors for the long term. We do have contributors who have been sticking around with us for a long time. I was a GSOC intern previously, Felipe was one, and there are some over here and not over here as well who have been with us for a long time, who started their journey with internships, but we could certainly focus more on how we can bring them together and make them a better part of the community where they stick for a longer time and they keep on contributing, maybe by getting them some job opportunities or getting them some kind of role in the community so that they feel to like be a part for a longer time with us. So we would be discussing all of these topics at the internship BUF as well. We have one on the last days. So if you can join there, then we could have some discussion around all of these 3 topics.
And about future plans, yeah, we are like a bit overwhelmed as admins to try to organize more things. So having more admins contributing with us free to do more of our future plans. A lot of the time is wasted now with getting sure that evaluations are filled, that forms are filled, because since people are being paid, this is very serious and it's like deadline constrained. So we do a lot of paperwork, and that kind of keeps us busy for doing other things. But if we had more people, we'll be able to do much more things. We feel that we are lacking at community bonding, that interns are often like in their little silo working with their mentor, but not actually like being exposed to the broader community of hackers. So trying to engage them by doing like calls where we're going to have like a GTK developer coming to talk about GTK to the interns, or somebody from another project having some sort of like workshops, things that can be done asynchronously or online, things that can be facilitated by us. It's what we see in the future. And also job hunting, because I think that the main issue we have that people step away from the project is because they are like looking for jobs afterwards, because it's usually like when you are finishing a university, when you are participating in these internships, people end up like getting away and working on other tasks. So if we can help them find jobs that are like somehow on the periphery of the desktop at least, then we can have bigger chances of retaining them. So this is what we want to be doing, and for that we need like more contributions as mentors and admins to sort of free and also to organize those activities as well. I think that's it for us. We have the internships channel where you can ask questions about it if you want to be an intern or if you want to be a mentor, participate. It's like a very broad channel where we organize everything. And we also have the gsoc.gnome.org website for the Google Summer of Code specific things. That's it. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. This is Carlos Garnacho. I'm Federico Mena. We're both part of the Code of Conduct Committee. Yeah, we respond to Code of Conduct reports and maintain the COC. We just published the most recent transparency report last week, I think. And the first item there is actually part of our challenges. Up to now, we have been mostly reactive to reports that people make, but we have not been proactive in, I don't want to say chasing or policing people on matrix channels or on discourse for things that they do that don't really go as far as violating the code of conduct. Some of these issues they're pretty regular. They are not always low level. A number of people in the community have gradually turned themselves into missing stairs in the project. If you are not familiar with the term, a missing stair, it's like a person that people who have been a long time in the project have known of or have learned to avoid them because they're like a broken stair in your staircase. But newcomers, when they run into them, they don't know to avoid them, and they clash violently. So it's usually people who like to be angry in the internet and put down others for their opinions or whatever. And we have gotten reports sometimes about these people. We have talked to them. Evidently, we need to talk to them again. So this is a problem when people manage to be mean or annoying or dismissive in a consistent fashion without actually causing a report to be made to the Code of Conduct Committee. We have been thinking of how to deal with those. We have some plans for this next year, hopefully. There is going to be a refresh of the Code of Conduct itself and the procedures that the committee follows. We are going to contract with Maureen Nordan from, she has her own consultancy for codes of conduct. She was also is also in the Fedora Code of Conduct Committee. And the update of the COC is about a few things. One of them is seeing what new and shiny features we can steal from the new Contributor Covenant 4.0, which has some interesting things, particularly around impersonation, or disallowing impersonation. And there's going to be a community consultation for what people think should be done as updates to the COC or its procedures. So expect news from that, from the board and the COCC this next upcoming year. And
What should I say?
Huh?
I thought you covered
did
it.
I just run through everything?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, thank you everyone. This was great. It was so good to hear about all the important work that all our teams are doing. The project would not be able to function without you. So I'd like one last round of applause for everyone who's spoken.